Welcome to Xenia Talks. I hope everyone is safe and okay after that terrible event that happened on 16th of April 2024, where a lot of people got stuck at the airport, people got, some houses got flooded, infrastructure suffered, of course, but we know that it was unprecedented, and I want to say thanks to government. We had the notification in advance, and a lot of people listening to notification, they never went out of their houses, so at least their cars were okay, themselves were okay. And that's what I really love about Dubai government. They do inform people in advance, and that already happened many times. Even the rains that we previously had, which were similar intensity, maybe in 2007, 2008, I remember that because I was here, we also had notifications. And that time, the difference that it would happen during maybe 3-4 days in a row, but because this time over 24 hours, the amount of water that had been dropped on the Emirate was unprecedented. And I think any country in any condition, even the most training country, wouldn't be prepared for this type of amount of water just being dropped. Let's point out that many communities were not that much affected. And today I want to talk about what communities are those, and when you're buying a property in Dubai, considering the conditions of the weather that might change, how do you choose that property to secure yourself and your house from being damaged? Or we never know when the weather conditions will be similar again. We never know what intensity of the weather conditions will be. I want to point just a few communities. I'm not going to name all of them. You can do your own research, but I can say that Palm Jumeirah totally outperformed. It was dry the next day almost. I was having a meeting, I think Wednesday or Thursday, and it was absolutely okay. The drainage system had put the water directly into the sea and everything was dry. GLT was great because it was just maybe a half meter the lake went up, which is in the middle of the community. But again, the drainage system had worked very well and nothing was really flooding around. Dubai Marina was dry as well the next day and the day after. Out of the people that I know who lived in Arjan, who lived in Motor City, all of them also said that it was very minor and everything was fine. So when you're looking at purchasing a property, keep in mind which communities are developed very well for that. I'm not saying that only those communities that I named are amazing. Of course, there are many others. I cannot cover the whole Dubai. But do your own research. At least out of those 5, you can definitely pick a property for yourself that would be safe. Now, when you're choosing the property, like in Russia, we say never buy the property on the last floor, on the first, because on the last you can get affected by the rain, and on the first you can get robbed. In Dubai, nobody will rob you, obviously. It's one of the safest countries in the world. But yes, seeing the weather being changing and seeing more rains coming to the Emirates, you could think that not every roof can handle the intensity, right? And if you're having apartment on the last floor, it might get affected. I'm not saying it will, but you never know. So to avoid any type of risks like that, it's better to take something on the middle floor, maybe closer to the lower, starting from 4th floor and up. It's amazing, and you're gonna have a view. If you're investing in the low-rise buildings, try to take the one before last or the 2 before last. So in this case, you will always have a nice view. You will always have, you're going to be in the golden middle. You're going to be in the middle of the building. So that's one thing. Another thing which I want to mention, if you do have a property which is, let's say you're out of the country and your property is in Dubai by itself, no one is taking care of it, there are no people who can go and open and check if everything is okay, make sure that you do insurance, okay? You insure the property, and if you have expensive furniture, it will also make sense. Those things will help you to at least have a peace of mind when you're not in the country, or not, because obviously on those weather conditions, even if you call your best friend, this best friend will not be able to run to your apartment to make sure to check everything is, on the balcony is all fine and there is no floods or something like that. Insurance is something that we learn from this, and it's important. Actually, generally in many countries, insurance is something that people do all the time. Dubai is a young country, so I recommend to start looking at it from perspective of making insurance, and also doing the will is one of the important things too. You know, life is very unpredictable, and if you do have an asset, try to secure it from every angle to make sure that anything will happen, at least afterwards you can claim for the damages if something happened. I'm happy I'm living in this country. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates about Dubai life.